Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. And our lesson today will continue with our fourth unit. Our lesson today is the language in context and the listening lesson in your books, page 52. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 52, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. From the previous lesson, you had a homework which was to come up with a piece, an article about the news, then you will report it. Let's try to report this one. On the scene, reporter had said, the powerful storm last night knocked down many trees, and some areas of the city are still without power. So, what words are we going to report? Everything we were going to report, but we will change the powerful storm. Last night will be changed, knocked will be changed, many trees and some areas of the city are still without power. So what will we say? We will say that the TV reporter will say, the on-the-scene reporter, this person, said that the powerful storm the night before, last night, the night before, had knocked down many trees. Had knocked down many trees. And some areas of the city were still without power. It is actually a sentence. Just underline what you're going to change, copy and change. Okay. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to list some global issues. Also, you will be able to report statements and answer questions on the listening text. Let's get started with our lesson. Let's look at this picture. A picture for planet Earth. Then what is written in here? Save our planet. What do we mean when we say save our planet? We're actually speaking about activities that we should do so we can save our planet from global issues like pollution, global warming. We are saving it for the following generation, for the better quality of life that we're going to live and will help the future generations live. What are some of these global issues? We have to get to know what are these global issues so we can stop them. Global issues like, we can speak about pollution. Pollution, whether it is water pollution, air, noise pollution, land pollution. We can use recycling, we can use anything that is green to avoid this global issue. Another one is illegal hunting. What is the idea of hunting? Is using the guns or animals to kill animals, to hunt them, to engage them. However, it is not legal, illegal. All governments are putting laws for this. When people are trying to do it illegally, then they are killing animals. In the future, some animals will extinct. We won't have them anymore, and it's going to affect our planet Earth. Another problem is deforestation. It means no. Forestation, from the word forest. When people are logging, they are cutting down trees. They are harming planet Earth, and it will not be suitable for the future generations. So, cutting down trees. Another problem is global warming. The temperatures are getting higher. Every year is warmer than the previous year. We can have certain practices to avoid this one. Many people are talking about it, but let's look at this picture, which is from your books, page 52. On your books, page 52, let's discuss this one. What can you see? What kind of animals is this? These are penguins, a group of penguins. And they are on a piece of ice, a big one. And this one is actually, where is it? In the ocean. Sea, water, usually they are in the ocean. Do you think that they are happy? I think so. Why do you think so? they're not happy. Look at the ice, or let's say the ice that they're standing on. It's very small and it is melting. Because of what? One of the global issues that we have already discussed, which is global warming. So global warming is going to affect these animals, which are the penguins. We're having someone whose name is Al Gore. He discussed this topic. Al Gore is a politician, and he said these words about global warming and the suffering penguins. Let's listen to what he had said. So we're going to report it. Let's listen.
There are many who still do not believe that global warming is a problem at all. And it's no wonder, because they are the targets of a massive and well-organized campaign of disinformation lavishly funded by polluters.
So, this is the direct speech of Al Gore. Al Gore said these words. Now, I want you to tell me about what he had said. What Al Gore, what did he say? I haven't got the idea, or I haven't attended the meeting or the conference that he said that in. You're going to report what he had said to me. We will say that Al Gore said there were many who still didn't believe that global warming was a problem. He continued by saying that it was no wonder, because they were the targets of massive and well-organized campaigns of disinformation. You will listen to the reported speech and underline what we have already changed.
Al Gore said that there were many who still did not believe that global warming was a problem. He continued by saying that it was no wonder, because they were the targets of a massive and well-organized campaign of disinformation.
Notice, it is actually a speech, not a question, so it will be easier. We have do not changed into didn't, are into were, and we're having global warming is changed into was, and it's no wonder because they are, it is into it was, because they were the target of massive of disinformation. Okay, each present into past, past into past perfect. Another, so what have we done? We have started with it this way. The first thing that we used, he said or he asked based on what you've got. A question he asked, a sentence he said. Then make sure that it is a sentence form, subject, verb, and object. If it is a sentence, just go over this one. Then the most important one is to go one tense backward. Present into past. Past, past perfect. Okay? Another had said, we are fishing whales for research purposes, a Japanese fishing industry. So the Japanese fishing industry, what did they say? Can you tell about what they said? The Japanese fishing industry, so we started with the name of the speaker, assured the media that they were fishing whales for research purposes. So the same order of the sentence. We are, instead of the we, it became they, are into were, for research purposes. Okay. Another, Mr. Brown said, environmental pollution is the biggest challenge facing the world. So this is his speech. What are we going to change? Let's underline them. Environmental pollution is, we'll change it into the past, is the biggest challenge facing the world. So the reported speech will be, Mr. Brown said that environmental pollution was the biggest challenge facing the world. Instead of is, we have used was. Another one has said, researchers had said, most deforestation is happening in the tropics. The area which is in the middle, it happened in the tropics. What are we going to change? Let's report what the researchers have said is happening. It will be, so researchers said that most deforestation was happening in the tropics. Is into was. How about illegal hunting? NCW official said overhunting is an activity that results in a serious reduction of species, population, or harm to wildlife. Is it going to be reported? Is an activity and results. NCW officials said that overhunting was an activity that resulted in a serious reduction of species population or harm to wildlife. Always try to find the verbs that you're going to change, pronoun, the time expressions that you're going to change, underline them, copy the sentence, change them, one tense backward, or you will change the pronoun or the time expression. Let's go to the listening part. And the listening part, before we get into there, if you still remember, what are the types of listening? We're focusing actually on 4 types of listening. The first one is actually content listening. When you're speaking about content listening, I want you to listen for a specific information. Listen to the text, then tell me how many students are speaking. Listen and tell me when did this thing happen. You're looking for a very specific information. Or you're listening for comprehensive listening. Comprehensive is the general idea. So you're not listening for details, no, you're listening for the whole thing. Who are the speakers? What are they speaking about? Then we're having critical listening. This one you're listening for the whole thing, then you will give your point of view. Do you agree with the speakers? Do you think that it's a good idea or you think that's not a good idea? After listening, give your own point of view. Then we're having the emphatic listening. By this, you are listening, then you will reflect about your feelings. How did you feel after listening to this one? Do you think it's funny? Do you think it is sad? Maybe you will say, I feel proud of the speaker. I feel sad. I sympathize with them. Emphatic, how you feel after listening to them. You will give your own feelings. How are you going to listen? The steps you follow in a listening activity. The first thing, you will read the questions. When you read the question, it's an important step because you will know why I am listening, for specific information, general idea, to give my point of view or how I feel. Then start listening and listen carefully for the things that you have read already. Then use your notes, listen while you are taking notes. Always take a pen or a pencil, write down your notes. Maybe you have a question, a word that you want to get the meaning, or might be the answer. It could be the answer. Okay, now you're going to listen and you will tell who is speaking in this text and what is the speaking about. What is this person or these people are talking about? Let's listen to the text.
Fellow citizens, today is the last day of the campaign. You have heard all the candidates running for the presidency and their proposals for their term in office. I've been a faithful public servant all my life. I have held many positions in the government, but no one can point a finger at me and accuse me of wrongdoing. I have fought for what is right. I have helped strengthen our economy, and I've stood for family values. I want to continue serving the people. I want to make sure that a job is available for everybody who wants a job. My government will raise the standard of living, and it will raise unemployment. I will always be ready to help this great country at all times. I have asked my staff to wake me up at any time, even during meetings. Our health system needs to be re-evaluated. We don't have enough doctors and nurses. Scholarships will be provided for people who wish to pursue nursing careers and for those who want to study medicine. Education is also one of my priorities. I want to eliminate illiteracy. People who can't read and write shouldn't be in school. So vote right. Vote for John Wright.
Okay, so in here, who's speaking? We're having his name is John Wright, and he is running. He is a candidate. He wants people to vote for him. In general, what did he say? Comprehension. What did he say? What was this he's speaking about? He is running a campaign. He wants people to vote for him, to ask him, so he could be a mayor. So he's giving them promises. He discussed topics like education, illiteracy, the ability to read and write, healthcare, employment, giving people job, and many other topics. So he is giving promises. Just vote for me, and if I am there, I'm going to be a good candidate, and I will help the society and everyone. Okay. As you have noticed, maybe you have noticed when you were listening, he said everything was right. However, there were 3 mistakes that he had committed. He said things that are weird. What did he say? So the presidential candidate made 3 mistakes during his speech. What did he say that was wrong? Everything was right, except for 3 sentences that he had said. They were huge mistakes. Let's listen and try to notice what are the sentences that he has said wrong. Let's listen.
Fellow citizens, today is the last day of the campaign. You have heard all the candidates running for the presidency and their proposals for their term in office. I've been a faithful public servant all my life. I have held many positions in the government, but no one can point a finger at me and accuse me of wrongdoing. I have fought for what is right. I have helped strengthen our economy, and I've stood for family values. I want to continue serving the people. I want to make sure that a job is available for everybody who wants a job. My government will raise the standard of living, and it will raise unemployment. I will always be ready to help this great country at all times. I have asked my staff to wake me up at any time, even during meetings. Our health system needs to be re-evaluated. We don't have enough doctors and nurses. Scholarships will be provided for people who wish to pursue nursing careers and for those who want to study medicine. Education is also one of my priorities. I want to eliminate illiteracy. People who can't read and write shouldn't be in school. So vote right. Vote for John Wright.
So, what are the things that he had said and they were wrong? He said at the beginning, he said he would raise unemployment. Let's speak about unemployment. Employment, when people are going, they're having their own jobs. They will go to their jobs and they will support themselves. Unemployment, people who don't have jobs. They are unemployed. He said, I will raise unemployment. He should have changed, I will raise employment. He will change the un, or I will reduce unemployment. This is the mistake. If you promise me, If you're going to promise me that you will raise the number of people who don't have work, I'm not going to vote for you. Also, he said that he would ask his staff to wake him up at any time, even during meetings. What does it mean? I will be asleep in the meeting and I will wake up whenever you need me. So, he shouldn't have said that. I would ask my staff to wake me up. No, to wake me up even during meetings, even during midnight, could be. Also, he had said that people who couldn't read or write should not be in school. He started the sentence very well when he said, I will reduce illiteracy. I will raise literacy. What is literacy? The basic ability to read and write. When students at their first years in school, they are illiterate. They can't read or write. Then they will be literate. They will be able to read and write. The basic information, just reading and writing. So those people, he said that people who couldn't read or write, the illiterate people, should not be in school. They should stay home. No, that's right. They should go to school. We're going to reduce illiteracy. Okay, let's try to match the words with their meanings. I am your faithful candidate. Literacy. They will pursue, and we're having a campaign. Whenever you are in front of any one of these, just read the meanings, then you go to the words. A planned group to achieve a particular aim, the ability to read and write, firm and not changing, to follow and chase. Faithful. Who is a faithful person? It's an adjective that is positive. Faithful. It means firm, not changing. Someone who is faithful, loyal. Literacy. What is the literacy? I am literate. I can read and write. The ability to read and write. We want nurses to pursue a job in nursing. Pursue, follow, or chase. Continue. Campaign is a planned group to achieve a particular aim. Like we're having a campaign to vote for this specific person. Let's try to use these words. Their goal is to achieve basic literacy, campaign, or faithful. Basic literacy, the ability to read and write. The group launched to protect the area from commercial development. A group of people calling for one reason, which is a campaign. He insists that he has always been to his work. He is faithful, loyal. He loves it and he is loyal to it. Faithful. For your homework, refer to your books, page 51. Your books on page 51. Exercise B. A list of statements that you're going to report. So report these statements, exercise B, in your books, page 51. Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today. And thank you so much for your time.